Hello Year 3, this is your talk for writing lesson. It's lesson number 1 in week 3 of term 6, which is the last term before the summer holidays. So this term, all of our learning is about France and Paris. And this week, all of our learning is going to be based on the Madeline books or Madeline books. And the Madeline Stories are really famous stories set in Paris. If you've not already watched the video of me talking through one of the stories or reading one of the stories, then can you please stop this video and go and do that now? I'm going to be putting up 3 videos of me reading a different Madeline story. Okay, 3 different Madeline stories this week, and I would really like you to watch all of them. So you need to watch at least one before you do this lesson. Okay, so I assume if you're still here, then you've watched a Madeline story. So the Madeline stories are poems. They are narrative poems. So they are stories, but that are also poems. And in these poems, they make use of rhyme. So we know from our past work on poetry that not all poems have to rhyme, and we wrote our own shape poems that didn't rhyme. They are still poems, but some poems do rhyme. And when we are writing our poems today, we're going to be writing a rhyming poem. And actually, it's quite fun to try to write a rhyming poem. So what is rhyme? 2 words rhyme if they end in the same sound. They don't have to be spelled in the same way. They just have to sound the same at the end of the word. So bat and cat, hat, sat, mat, rat, all of those words rhyme because they all end in the sound at. So, can you have a think? I've got a word up here on the screen, night. Can you have a think? What words rhyme with night? And on a piece of paper, I'd like you to write down as many words you can think of. You're going to need to pause this video and give yourself maybe a minute or maybe 2 minutes to write down as many words that rhyme with night as you can. Ooh, how many did you get? So I had a go. Let's look at what I got. There we go. I got lots of different words. As you can see, they're not all spelt the same. So bite is spelt differently, but it still ends in that ite sound. It sounds the same, so therefore it does rhyme. Okay, if you want to magpie any of the words that are in my list that you missed out, then you can do that. So pause this video if you want to borrow any of my rhyming words. And now we're going to use these words to create a rhyming poem. So all you need to do is you need to write sentences that end in these words. Okay, so choose your first word you want to end your sentence with and make up a sentence. Your next sentence needs to also end in one of these words. If you understand, you can have a go doing that now and see what you come up with. If you want a bit of help, I'm going to go on to the next screen where I show you the beginning of a poem using these words that you can finish off. So pause the video if you want to have a go with no help. Here's the start of a poem. So, I'm a little vampire with a serious bite. I transform into a bat and soar like a kite. I strike fear with an almighty fright. What else can you say? So how can you continue this poem? So pause the video, and what I'd like you to do is continue this poem using all of these words, the rhyming words, for night to end the poem, and then you've made up your own rhyming poem. And come back to the video if you finished. So after that, you've made up your own poem with rhyming words for night. You could challenge yourself now and you could write a rhyming poem about France. So just pick any word. It doesn't even have to be a word to do with France. Any word that is easy to find lots of other words that rhyme with it. Bed or cat. And then see if you can turn those words into a poem about France. So good luck year 3. You've got 2 opportunities to write rhyming poems there. If you enjoy it, carry on. You can do your own rhyming poem. Anything that you make, I would like to see on tapestry, please.